I love you.
Cubs win opening day 2024. I mean, there's no other way to start the show than playing the damn song. We are in there like swimwear all 2024. Wrigley Field opening day 2024 was an absolute success. If you were at the game today, you are a fucking warrior. Shout out to you. Pouring rain. If you were on the south side of Chicago today, which I was on both, I was at the Cubs and the Sox game. I went to both. I ain't gonna lie to you. Diehard Cubs fan. Fuck anything going on over there. But I had to see Ronald Acuna Jr. I had to see him, and I got an actual chance to talk to him. If you're checking out that video right now on social media, it's going viral. He said he can't play in this weather, man. It's truly, I got a chance to talk to Ronald behind home plate. Thought it was really cool. A lot of Venezuelan fans that were pulling up to the game, more Braves fans and Sox fans. I saw the chop. It was crazy. But when I was at Wrigley for the first few innings of the game, talking to fans around, go on TikTok right now at the Shy Dot Kid. Check out our interviews with fans walking around Wrigley Field. We're going to be doing that every single home game, every single weekend, going to Moe's Cantina, going to Sluggers, going to Murphy's, going everywhere. We're going to be talking to fans from all over. It's going to be a great time. I can't wait for it, man. What a great way to start the year. It was Shota Shove Day, baby. We asked fans. We walked around Wrigley Field. We were there. Hey, under or over? Over or under? What do you think? 7 Ks on the day? Shota had 9 Ks against Chris Bryant and the Colorado Rockies. 6 innings pitched, 9 Ks. Absolutely phenomenal performance from him today. Had a no-hit bit going into the 6th inning. Charlie Blackmon, of course it was Charlie Blackmon. Charlie Blackmon will bat 220 the rest of the year, but he had to break up the no-hit bit. But what a great performance from Shota Imanaga today. I was doing the Shota Shuffle around. I know Sheffield Shuffle is out there somewhere. Shout out to my guy Mondo, who was with me all day long as we were watching the no-hit. He literally, Mondo messages me, or not messages me, he's sitting next to me. I'm like, oh man, is he throwing a no-no? Mondo goes, not anymore, because you said it. I'm sorry. It was me. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say it, but I said it. But man, bro, LP, appreciate you tuning in, bro. Appreciate you always being here. If you guys are new here, smack that follow button. If you haven't already, make sure you check us out on the Give Us a Shot Network or on TikTok at the Shy.Kid. We're making content every single day walking through Chicago. We are actually Chicago sports here. So we're running through, we're having conversations with everybody, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a long summer. So I'm excited about it. But let me get the handy dandy notebook. Let me not finish the rest of that sentence because I don't know if that's patented. I don't want Blue's Clues to come at me. But man, bro, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, so much stuff to get through. Shota Imanaga through 6 innings pitched, had 9 Ks, a no-hit bit going through the 6th inning, 56 four-seam fastballs, 24 splitters, 10 sweepers, and 2 curveballs were thrown. It's just a great performance all around. You know, you see how he performs, you see how he prepares himself for everyday starts, and it's really interesting to watch him work. He's one of those guys that I think, you know, can really last long here in his career. Now, obviously, he's 30 years old, but what I mean by that is the longevity of Shota Imanaga in Chicago is very interesting to me. I think he's going to be here for a long time. I think he's going to have success for a long time. And I'm really excited to see what the future for Shota Imanaga looks like in a Chicago Cubs uniform. But with that being said, you know, breaking this down, having a real conversation, let's talk Cubs. What are the realistic expectations for the Cubs that started off 0-2, now 2-2, we're 500, I asked fans walking around today, win losses over under 87. A lot of people said under. I think this is a great team. I think this is a team that has a lot of magic in the making. Obviously, losing Justin Steele hurts, but to bounce back with Shota Imanaga, who showing that he can be that guy, was great. And obviously, we saw that in spring training. You know what I mean? We saw that in spring training. Throw in how many Ks did he throw? 9. Did he actually? I think he threw 9 Ks against the Oakland A's in spring training, if I'm not mistaken. But we also seen him get bounced around a few times by the Dodgers and others, so this was one of those games where I expected him to have success. I think he's going to be great against the bad teams. He's going to do exactly what he needs to do, but it's definitely going to be trial and error against the Atlanta Braves or the Los Angeles Dodgers, Philadelphia Phillies. It's going to be an experiment. I'm trying to read the comments and also trying to see what happens. Miranda says she might be in Chicago to see the Dodgers. We will be there. We will be there. If you guys ever want to come say hello, if you guys ever want to join the pod, hop on an episode, get interviewed, whatever, I'll be there walking around. You'll see me stumbling around all the time, pregame, postgame, all the time. Miranda, if you're here for the Dodgers, that's super dope. I hope you have an absolute blast and get to see your favorite player shine. But, we saw a lot today, man. We saw an inside the park home run, 3-run home run by Christopher Morel. I mean, the man is magic. The man is magic. Like the amount of highlight reels I can make that are just so exciting, so fun to watch of Christopher Morel. I mean, there's no other way to put it. There's no other way. I mean, he is the most exciting player the Chicago Cubs have had since Javier Baez. He is El Mago 2.0. Like, period. Except he has a lot better plate discipline. And overall vision, but he's good at baseball. Let's just put it like that. Javi's horrible at everything right now, but shout out to him. But let's keep the track of the old core. I want to say something to every single person who's a Cubs fan. You guys are the best. We are the best. There is nobody better than us. Period. As egotistical as that sounds, there is nobody more loving and caring as Cubs fans when we care about you. Chris Bryant comes back to Colorado for this is the third or fourth time Chris Bryant has come back to Chicago. I was there when he came back for the Giants game. I was there when he came back last year in Colorado. I was there today, and it's like every single time, standing ovation. Every single time we're showing him love. Chris Bryant will go down as a Chicago Cubs legend, whether he's a Hall of Famer or not. And that Hall of Fame conversation is pretty much over as of right now, unless something crazy happens and he can rejuvenate his career. But Cubs fans are always going to remember Chris Bryant. There is still a mural that says "Thank you, Chris" on the side of it, which is a beautiful mural that I took a picture of earlier today. But man, I mean, it was a blast. It was a blast. I mean, there's no other way around it. I mean, bro, like, come on, stop playing with me. We are in there like swimwear when it comes to the 2016 Cubs core, other than Addison Russell, I would say. Can't co-stamp that. But with that being said, man, I want to paint a picture real quick. Chris Bryant has come back to the Chicago 3 times already. Once as a Giant, twice as a Rocky. And he always gets a standing ovation. Anthony Rizzo returns to Chicago for the first time to Wrigley Field later this fall. The house is going to explode. Period. Like, if you saw Chris Bryant standing ovation, wait until Anthony Rizzo comes back into town. I can't wait. I mean, I will literally, I don't care how much tickets are, I will be behind home plate. Or I might be behind first base. I don't know where I'd rather be in that situation. I don't know. Would I rather see him hit? Would I rather see him play first? Maybe he's DHing that day. I don't know. It's a risk you take, but we're going to be rolling deep for Riz. And I can't wait for it. Obviously, let's get back to the game, get back on basics. Chicago Cubs in this game, not great offensively until the second half of the game. Throughout 6 innings, 0 runs were on the board for both sides. Now, obviously, Shota Imanaga is throwing a no-hitter. Shota's shoving. It's a Shota shove day, baby. But up until the 6th inning, the bottom of the 6th, the Cubs really were lackluster offensively. Here comes Christopher Morel. Bang. Liner. Straight to left field. Oh, man. Got away from him. Right under the glove. Oh, man. Is Morel going to third? Morel's going to third. 2 runs just came in. Morel's going home. It's an inside the park grand slam. Like, I'm back at Gompers Park in Jefferson Park. Like, I mean, it reminded me of the Pee Wee days. If you know, you know. But like, man, like the kid is just so much fun. The kid is so much fun. He is exhilarating. He is, I mean, electrifying. There is no other way to put it. Christopher Morel is one of the most exciting players in baseball. And I want to paint this picture. I think the National League Central, has some of the most electrifying, exciting young players in the entire league as a division. If you look at our division versus others, I think we have them beat. You have O'Neal Cruz, Ellie De La Cruz, and then you have Christopher Morel. You have the rookie on the Milwaukee Brewers. His name's escaping me right now. And then who else am I missing? Oh yeah, the Cardinals. Sure, let's throw in Jordan Walker. Why not? Fuck him. But you know, it's what it is at the end of the day. I think we got some of the most exciting young players in baseball in our own division. Period. Like Morel, O'Neal Cruz, Ellie De La Cruz, Jordan Walker. Somebody remind me of the rookie's name on the Brewers because that's gonna piss me off. It's Cheerios. I don't even know. I don't even know. No, Cheerios is a Blackhawk. Um, Somebody's got to know. I got so many Brewers fans in my comments all the time. Let me see if I can just look it up. Brewers rookie. Yeah, but no, Jackson Churio. So sorry, Jackson. I apologize. So yeah, break that down, unpack it. Christopher Morel, Ellie De La Cruz, O'Neal Cruz, Jordan Walker, Jackson Churio. The National League Central has some of the most electrifying players and young players in all of baseball. Period. I don't think anybody comes close. Maybe you look at the Braves and what they've been able to do with young prospects. Maybe you look at the Orioles, the Phillies. Yeah. Cool. They're not more fun than us though. Like Ellie De La Cruz casually steals second, third, and home. Christopher Morel just hits inside the park home runs. Jordan Walker's cool. O'Neal Cruz throws bullets 110 miles an hour from shortstop. And then this Jackson kid, he looks pretty solid. I won't lie. Like, I'm excited, man. Cubs baseball is back. We are in there like swimwear, like I always say. But Drew Smiley, shout out to him. Drew Smiley, man, he needed this. Blew the game in game one in extra innings. Comes in, closes, 2 innings pitched. It is what it is. Shout out to him. He was able to win the game, hold it down. He had a 5-run lead, so, it's not too much to ask. But man, so much fun. Let me tell y'all about my day, though. My day was crazy. Me and my boy Mondo, he's in the chat right now. Mondo is going to be one of my official modders. I found out what a modder was today, so I'm putting Mondo to work. Mondo's great at what he does. He's also a streamer. Check Mondo out on Kick. Mondo, plug in your Kick wherever you can. But yeah, listen, man, I start off the day. We get to Wrigley Field. It's like 9:30, 10 o'clock. We interview fans. We're walking around. We're going to sluggers. We're going everywhere. We're having a ball. Didn't get a chance to check in with my guy, Kevin Lapka, but I know he was probably doing amazing stuff all day long. I saw Cole Kmet, Tevin Jenkins, and others were all walking around. Chicago Bears were walking around Wrigley Field. Come on. That's not happening on 35th and Shields. Come on. But Mondo and I say, listen, I'm going to go to the Cubs game for a little bit, see what's up, see Shota be at his debut, and we're going to peel off. We're going to get out of here. We got to go see Ronald Acuna Jr. on the other side of town. So we go. We go to the other side of town. We're driving. Man, it's not raining yet. It's just a little cold. Nothing to it. We get there, $7 tickets, 121 bucks. I believe row 26. So we're in there. And man, it starts raining. It starts raining hard. Now, and us, it's like sixth, seventh inning at this time. So we peel off. We go straight over behind home plate. We're like 3 rows behind home plate. I mean, it was the coolest experience. I got to see Ronald Acuna Jr. Got to talk to him. We got to talk. There were so many people from Venezuela that pulled up that were just having, normal dialogue with him. And obviously there's a language barrier there, but we were like, Ronald, how do you feel about the weather? It's pouring rain. He was like, I cannot play like this. I cannot play like this. I can't blame him, bro. You don't know. He don't know about it. Man, if you grew up in Chicago, if you're actually from Chicago, CPS school, whether you went to Taft, Lane Tech, Northtown Academy, Schurz, wherever, Vaughn, and you played baseball, like, bro, like it could be 20 degrees, raining, and you're playing. The girls softball team, nah, 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 nah. Y'all don't have to play. They'd make the baseball team play because we don't have makeups. We did not have enough time or enough games to have makeups. We had like 10 games a year. So yeah, I mean, yeah, we're used to it, man. We're used to the weather. I was sitting there like, man, I can't believe I used to do this all the time, swinging a bat, hitting the ball that hard, metal bat, just ding, right off. You feel it on the cold, you get a stinger. But it was cool, man. It was cool to see Ronald. Obviously, like we're keeping up to date too because we were at the Cubs game. We left. We go to the Sox game to see Acuna and the Braves, and we're like right behind home plate, and we're also on the jumbotron, which is really cool. But we're sitting there, and I'm like, Mondo, is he throwing a no hitter? Mondo looks up. Not anymore. You ruined it, cut. I'm dang. My bad, bro. I shouldn't have said it. I was just so excited because it was Shota Imanaga throwing a no-hitter. And I was like, man, 6 innings, 9 Ks. Like I said earlier, 56 fastballs thrown, 24 splitters. It's a four-seam fastball, by the way. 24 splitters, 10 sweepers, and 2 curveballs. Like in his bag for real. Now he's leaning very heavy on the fastball, and I think that's really where his Achilles heel is going to be. I think obviously that's most guys lean on their fastball, but when you're coming into the major leagues, we saw him get lit up by the Dodgers because of the fastball. We saw how his placement with the splitter and the sweeper kind of a little high. I could say I'm a little. It's a little on the top shelf for me. Could definitely be dangerous, but against the A's or against the Colorado Rockies, that's when you feast. Um, Anna, how are you? How about them? How about them Cubbies? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Went crazy. They went absolutely bonkers today. Um, so Connor wants to ask how big is the Justin Steele injury? Here's the thing. Justin Steele's injury is bad, but it doesn't terrify me. Like today, he was running around throwing. It's not the worst thing in the world. It truly isn't. You're gonna be back by May, and really the hardest schedule we have all year long is in May. Everything else kind of feels like a coast with a couple series here and there. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Who is pitching in his place? As of right now, I haven't gotten a confirmation, like hearing anything from Craig Counsell. I'd imagine it's Ben Brown. In a sense, it could be Drew Smiley if they so choose to. But after Drew came out today, I doubt it. And then especially because Ben is a starting pitcher and he's one of your top prospects. You don't want to turn him into a reliever. And then when Justin comes back up, then you have him go back down to AAA. He's in Iowa, Des Moines, Iowa, and now he's a starter again. Like, you're just going to mess up his development. So I didn't even like him coming out of the bullpen against the Rangers on the same day where he's flown out from Iowa or wherever he was. To Texas, just a completely weird preparation, not really being able to get into your rhythm and how you go about every single pitch day, every single start. Yeah, I don't know. I felt like it was the wrong call, but it is what it is. But at the end of the day, man, it was interesting to see Ben Brown. He's a good friend of mine. We've had him on the pod before. We're gonna have him again very soon when he feels comfortable coming back. And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to be able to see him continue to develop. Guys like Morel, Bellinger, obviously 2-run single in the seventh. And just on all cylinders, we talk about this continuity, consistency. Ian Happ goes 4 for 5, DHing at the leadoff spot yesterday. And then today, 3 at bats, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 walk. So Ian's doing his thing. I've been very critical on Ian, but he's doing his thing. Seiya Suzuki, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk. Cody Bellinger had 1 hit, 2 RBIs, and 4 at bats. Christopher Morel, 1 run, 2 hits. It just all in all, like, it was a solid day. Dansby Swanson had a 1 hit and a walk. Michael Busch had a hit. Nico Horner had a hit. Mike Talkman had a hit. Like, everybody was feasting. Yan Gomes got walked, but he drove in a run. Yency Almonte came in, 1 hit, 0 earned runs, no strikeouts, and 1 inning pitch. And then Drew Smiley finished it off. No Ks in 2 innings for Drew Smiley, but no earned runs either. So that's, I'll take what I can get. But, man, like, I'm excited. I'm excited about what this team can be. I will say this, and I want to paint a picture because I think it's an interesting conversation. Justin Steele is obviously the ace of the Chicago Cubs. The Mississippi fastball, the man of steel, Cy Young candidate in the National League last year. That's great. But after him, there's a lot of questions. Shota Imanaga, phenomenal start to his Cubs career thus far. 9 Ks, 6 hit, no innings, six no-hit innings, pardon me. But after Justin Steele, I have a lot of questions about this rotation. Shota Imanaga, amazing start to his Cubs career. But what happens after that? Ben Brown, Jordan Wicks, Jameson Tyone, a lot of question marks there of how consistent they can be. When you look at 1-2 punches in the league, if by June, July, let's say the Guardians are tanking, they know Shane Bieber's on an expiring deal. They want to trade him, get the highest value they can. If I'm the Chicago Cubs, here's how I move with that. I look at it for what it is, and I understand, listen, as much as I love him, he's a want, not a need. I'm trading Ian Happ, who's just been extended by the Cubs last season. 2-time Gold Glover, leadoff, switch hitter, still relatively young, under 30. I'm trading Matt Mervis, who is blocked right now by Michael Busch, under 25 years old, 30, 40 home runs a year in AAA Iowa. Maybe you can make something with him at first base. And then another low-tier prospect, or maybe if you have to other suitors, a James Triantos. I look at those kind of moves and I say, here's what I'm doing. If I'm the Chicago Cubs, come July, when the Guardians are tanking, I walk up to the Guardians organization and I say, here's Ian Happ, here's Matt Mervis, and maybe even James Triantos for Shane Bieber straight up, so I can have Justin Steele and Shane Bieber moving forward. That's how I would move with it. I don't know if anybody else disagrees, but I believe in what they need right now is a consistent number one option as that number 2 spot. And what I mean by that is look at the 2016 Chicago Cubs. You had arguably in 2016 3 number ones. Kyle Hendricks had a Cy Young caliber year. Jake Arrieta just won a Cy Young in 2015, and John Lester had a Cy Young caliber year. Like, they were all top 3 finalists in 2015 and 2016. You have to have consistency. I can't trust Ben Brown coming in, in the middle of October. I don't know what I'm going to get. I love Ben, but they've rushed him a little bit. Jordan Wicks in year 2. What am I going to get? Jameson Tyone. First half of last year, horrible. Second half of last year, solid. Now he starts the year off injured. A lot of questions, not a lot of answers. So if you get a guy like Shane Bieber, I think the Cubs will be in a position to have a lot of success. It doesn't have to necessarily be Shane, but I think Shane's kind of the obvious name right now going around. But that's really where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? I think it'd be interesting. Austin said he'd rather trade Pete Crow Armstrong. Austin, let me tell you something. I would have a conversation about it. I would really have a conversation about it. Truly. Like I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility whatsoever. Yeah, you have a Gold Glove. Awesome. We got 2 of those guys already. And in Japan, Seiya Suzuki won a Gold Glove. So we have Ian Happ, Cody Bellinger, Seiya Suzuki. So if you can't hit, you really can't provide anything to us, especially when Alexander Canario, Owen Casey, and Kevin Alcantara are raking right now. Raking. And they play your same position. You know what I mean? Like, as much as I love PCA, I would love for him to be the face of the Chicago Cubs and be a top 10 player in this league with purple hair and, the ginger hair and the earrings and the chain. Like, cool kid. Yeah, the swag, the drip, the way he carries himself. Yeah, cool. Here's how I really feel. Is it unbiased opinion? Is no shade. You want my honest take? I'll give you my honest take. I felt like Pete Crow Armstrong has an ego. I felt like Pete Crow Armstrong is kind of ignoring some things that he should focus on more. Here's my big thing. It's not his fault. It's not his fault whatsoever, because that's how a player is supposed to be. That's how they are. Jazz Chisholm, Ronald Acuna Jr., they're fun to watch. They're exciting. They're electrifying. They believe in themselves, and they have an ego, and an ego is a great thing to have if you're mentored by the right person. I think in the Cubs situation, you look at a guy like Pete Crow Armstrong, and even the Mets before we got him. You understood that PCA skipped college. I've covered college baseball the last 2 years with my guys, Randy, Jim, and DB at an Off the Bench podcast. Like, there's so much that goes into it. Why is Wyatt Langford having success? Is because he was doing it at the highest level at Florida. The thing with PCA is you have them jump from single A, double A, triple A, just like that. I was in Iowa last year. I was in Des Moines. Me and PCA got there, and 2 days later, he was gone. He hit a home run, and then boom, up to September call-ups, 0 for 10. Why did that happen? Maybe because he just got to triple A. He hits a triple, and you do a fucking backflip and say he's ready for the big leagues. Alexander Canario comes off a huge injury in 2023. Oh, throw him in there. Hits a grand slam, then doesn't see another at-bat for the next week. Like, you listen, development. That is the most important thing you're going to take away from anything I ever say. Anything I ever say. If there's one thing I understand in this world, it is developing players. If there's one thing I can do, is take somebody who has a lot of flaws and find a way to disguise those flaws, work on those flaws, and focus on how they can really present themselves as the best player possible for a ball club. What are you good at? What can you do for this ball club right now? Reality is this. PCA is great. If you said, hey, PCA for Shane Bieber straight up, what do you think? Ooh, Owen Casey, Alcantara, and them boys down there, Canario. As much as I like PCA, this wouldn't be the first time he got traded. Know what I mean? Javier Baez, obviously, for the Mets, but you have to have that conversation. Do you want to win right now? But what if my aunt was my uncle? She's not. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, bro, got to do what you got to do. Got to win. Got to get wins on the board. Like, straight up. If you're giving me an ace in Shane Bieber, pairing him up with Justin Steele, Shota Imanaga, Jordan Wicks, and Jamison Tyone, maybe even Ben Brown if he continues to have success. Oh man, God, we are in there like swimwear all year long. I'll be singing Justin Bieber songs every Bieber bump day. Ooh, Bieber bump day, Shota shove day. It's crazy. Oh man, get me out of here. Get me out of here. I'll go crazy. I see Marshawn, baby, Friday, go crazy. Sean, let me know if you need a jersey though. I know, man. Sean is like, if y'all know my boy Sean, he is. I would say Sean is 2 of me. Sean is 2 of me easily. So I don't know if my jersey will fit you, Sean, but we could try. I got you with a hat, if anything. I for sure got you with a hat. But man, what a great day for Cubs baseball, man. And I want to address this question. Somebody asked me in the chat, hey, bro, why'd you leave the Cubs game to go to the Sox game? If you go on my TikTok right now, hit that follow button, subscribe. Bro, me and my boy Mondo got to talk to Ronald Acuna Jr. today. We got to sit behind home plate, and I got to watch the White Sox get destroyed 9-0. Yeah, I saw Shota Imanaga and Christopher Morel, and bro, like I saw what I needed to see. I said, awesome opening day. Woo! Made some cool content with some fans. Woo! Went to Sluggers, went crazy. Woo! Then I went to 35th and Shields, and I got reminded why we are the best baseball team in all of Chicago. Because, man, they couldn't hit water if they fell off the Titanic tomorrow. They couldn't find a strike zone if they had a fucking map. Like, like, come on, kid. You gonna tell me you $7 tickets behind home plate to see Ronald Acuna Jr. and you don't want to see him? Ozzy Albies, Austin Riley, Matt Olson. I mean, come on. Charlie Morton was on the mound. It was dope. Luis Robert was there. That was Nicky Lopez, Team Italy. That's my guy. He's from fucking Naperville. That's the guy right there. Dude, $7. So listen, go Cubs, go. Go to every single Cubs game this year. But I'll tell you what, if the Cubs have an off day and the White Sox are playing, brother, I was sitting behind home plate. I'm on the Jumbotron. I'm talking to Ronald Acuna Jr. as rain's pouring down. He said, I cannot play like this. I said, how you feel about the weather? I cannot play like this. Crazy. Like, free baseball. Pretty much. I'll tell you, the craziest thing is this. You want to know what's wild? The fees from SeatGeek, and then no shade at SeatGeek. It's SubHub, wherever you get your, Ticketmaster or whatever, the fees were more expensive than the ticket. The ticket was $7. The fees were like 14. Like, bro, what are you talking? Like, how could you not? How could you, bro? I'm a baseball fan first. Cubs till I die. But I'll tell you what, I'll never go to a Sox game to root for the Sox. I said, oh, the Braves are in town. $7 behind home plate to see the Braves. Let's get it. Let's go. And I watched the Sox get beat down. I'm standing there like this. Oh, I'm chopping just like all the Atlanta Brave fans. I got my tomahawk. I'm going crazy. It was a blast, bro. I had an absolute blast today. And we're going to be back there tomorrow morning. So make sure you share this out. Make sure you send this to anybody who loves Chicago sports. We are going to be at Wrigley Field every single home game. Nobody's fucking with us. We are going to be interviewing fans, asking dope questions, asking people all around everything Chicago Cubs related content. It's going to be a blast. Pre-game, post-game, mid-game. I'm going to be in the bleachers drinking a beer bat. It's going to be a blast. We are in there. What I always say, like swimwear. They're not playing with us. Aiden, I appreciate that, brother. I really do. You're a season ticket holder? Brother, no. No, I'm not. I'm just addicted to this stuff. Like, I will spend my last dime. If I was dying of thirst and I had $20 and there was a 7-Eleven on free Slurpee day across the street, or a free game 120 start, Justin Steele's on the mound. Give me that Mississippi fastball, baby. Period. You got season tickets. That's a W. I don't have season tickets. I really don't. I promise you I don't. We just gonna be at every game. No doubt. You go on. Hey, listen, no free advertising. All I'm saying is SeatGeek is my best friend. I'm letting you know. Ticketmaster, StubHub, cool. SeatGeek, though? SeatGeek is my boy. But man, bro, today was a blast. Today was so much fun, bro. We just had a ball. We just like that's what it is at the end of the day, man. Listen, no shade. I don't care. I really don't pay attention to what other people do. You got people from all over the country that aren't from Chicago covering Chicago sports. And like you listen to their takes and cool, whatever. Maybe they know ball, maybe they don't. You see them walk around doing interviews or just in general, just like interviewing Christopher Morel, whoever. And it's like, I'm not feeling this. But when you're at Wrigley Field, when you're from the city and you know how things work and you know how to get from A to B without there being a C, like it's just different, bro. We're different. What we do here is different. Nobody's doing what we do here, bro. I'll tell you that right now. You tuning into this, you tuning into the Shy Kid podcast, you're tuning into the Give Us a Shot network. Nobody's doing what we're doing. Ice Cube told me this. Ice Cube and I worked together, and it was an absolute blast. We got to work Big 3 together last summer in Chicago. And me and him were talking off air, and he told me I could tell the story, so it doesn't matter. He told me a lot of people just do cover women's basketball to check off a box. And I know a lot of people and a lot of networks that do that. It's a lot of businesses that do that. Like, we're covering it at Protect Our Queens, and we're having a fucking ball while we do it. I'm at every single Chicago Sky game, interviewing everybody. And it's going to be a whole new team this year, and it's going to be a blast. I'm going to be at every single Cubs game, interviewing fans, pregame, postgame, midgame, all the time. Y'all know Ronnie Woo Woo? Welcome to the Shy Kid. I'll be stumbling home every single day. Like, where's Mike Hughes on a 120 start every single day? He's at Wrigley. Period. Like, bro, it's going to be a blast. Chicago fans are the best in the world. No media, no network, no TV show can replicate what it's like being in Chicago. That's just truth. You're right. You either know or you don't. Like, period. Like, it's a blast. I'm having a ball. I know we're not even talking about the Cubs right now. We're just like the energy, the vibe, the way we're moving, and what we're trying to do here. Putting Cubs baseball on the map. And they're doing it on their own. Christopher Morel is the most electrifying player I've seen in forever. Justin Steele, a homegrown pitcher. Oh my goodness. When's the last time we get Carlos Zambrano, maybe? Like, come on. This is exciting shit. Like, we are back. I understand it didn't start right. You're going up against the defending champs. Justin Steele goes down. A lot of shit didn't go right, and a lot more stuff is going to go wrong. Period. We're going to be on our head soon. It's just baseball. It's the game, baby. It's the game, and that's why it's so great. That's why it's so beautiful. And don't forget, we're always talking Bears. Caleb Williams, the Bears. We're going to be at the draft. It's going to be a ball. We're going to be interviewing fans of the draft. Like, what are we doing? We're in Detroit for what? I'm hyped, bro. I'm hyped. But listen, appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you check out the Shy.Kid on TikTok or the Give Us a Shot network, where you could see the Shy Kid podcast in its entirety. You can find that on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, everywhere around the moon. You can find the Give Us a Shot network. By the way, that is Give Us a Shot network, not the Give Us a Shot network, but I always put the because it's grammatically correct in the full sentence. But yeah, man, absolute blast. So much fun. Man, first home game of the year. The Cubs are on pace right now to 160-2. Hey, don't ruin my time. Play the damn song, baby. We are out of there. Until next time, this is Mike Hughes, aka the Shy Kid. Peace.
I love you.